Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. As you all know, everybody loves Christmas movies. Whether you like to admit it or not, deep down inside, everybody has their own favorite Christmas movies. They're amazing. They get you all worked up for the holidays. They make you laugh. They make you cry. Some of them are amazingly made movies with deep meaning in them and messages for you. Some are just goofy and silly and fun. And some are so bad that they are truly awesome. So everybody's got their own favorite Christmas movies. I have mine. So I'm going to talk to you about my 5 most favorite of all time Christmas movies. And we're going to start at number 5 with Arthur Christmas. I got to see Arthur Christmas back in the theaters when it was released in 2011. And if you haven't seen it, Arthur's a story about Arthur. Santa Claus's son, Arthur, and his big brother. Arthur is the one who truly loves Christmas. He loves answering letters from all the kids. He loves just the Christmas spirit, and he gets right into it. And his brother is the bigger, more military type guy who runs the actual North Pole operations and makes sure that the toys get delivered. It's a loving story about a dysfunctional family. There's hilarity along the way. There's elves and presents and Santa's sleigh. And as they say in the movie, there's always time for a beau. Number 4 on my list is Elf. Everybody loves Elf. Everybody loves Buddy the Elf. Everybody remembers Will Ferrell when he took on this role in the movie that was released in 2003. Elf is the story, if you really haven't seen it, which I find hard to believe, but if you really haven't seen it, it's the story of a human being who was raised as an elf. So that hilarity ensues because he's much taller than all the elves and all the craziness that you think that goes with that. But one day Santa decides to let him know that he isn't actually an elf. So he heads off to New York to find his actual father. Hilarity ensues again when he gets to New York as all his elf mannerisms and customs clash with those of modern day Manhattanites and New Yorkers. And they're just at the end of the movie, like most Christmas movies, looking to find the Christmas spirit. If you haven't seen Elf, make sure you get it checked out this year because you're really missing out. My number 3 most favorite Christmas movie is the classic Home Alone, released in 1990. The cast is incredible. It features Catherine O'Hara and John Candy, the 2 crazy Canadians that actually made their way into this movie. Catherine O'Hara plays the mother of Kevin McAllister. Macaulay Culkin's one of his breakthrough roles that really made him a household name. And Kevin gets left behind at Christmas as his family prepares to take a trip to France. So Kevin gets left behind, ends up becoming the defender of his home against the wet bandits Marv and Harry, and he lays a bunch of booby traps throughout the house. Again, just a hilarious movie, really touching at times. There really is some really tender moments as Kevin actually learns the true meaning of Christmas and actually gets to teach that to a number of the other people in the movie. If you haven't seen Home Alone, you're not too late. You can always pick it up, and there's actually 5 of them. So there's Home Alone, a bunch of them that got released into the theaters, and a bunch that were direct to video or direct to TV. So there's 5 Home Alone movies, but really you don't have to watch anything past this first one that was released in 1990, and I'm sure it'll be on your streaming services or on TV sometime between now and Christmas Day. For my second most favorite Christmas movie of all time, you've got to go all the way back to 1951 for A Christmas Carol. Now this book actually, Charles Dickens' story, A Christmas Carol, has been made into movies and television shows a number of times, including by Bill Murray when he did Scrooge later on, and a bunch of different versions of this movie, one even starring Patrick Stewart of Star Trek fame. But this one is the 1951 version starring Alastair Sim and is widely considered to be the most amazing and faithful interpretation of the story into film. I've loved this movie ever since I was a child. The messages, the imagery, the acting are spot on and just give me chills every time I get to see the ghost of of Christmas yet to come, the ghost of Christmas present, when he shows the children ignorance and want. It's just layered upon layered of messages throughout this movie. If you really love the story of Christmas Carol and you like some of the interpretations that you've seen on television and film, make sure you pick up this 1951 version. It's available at your public library, it's available on streaming services, and for sure it'll be broadcast on your local television stations between now and the Christmas holidays. There are so many Christmas movies out there, you can't fit them all into a list, and I'm sure people will be arguing from now to the end of time as to which one was the best and or their most favorite, but here are a bunch that I really love that just didn't make it into my top 5. And without further ado, my number one most favorite Christmas movie of all time. I've seen this movie literally a million times. I'm going to stand by that statement. I've literally seen this movie a million times. It is the classic It's a Wonderful Life, filmed in 1946, starring James Stewart and Donna Reed. It is the classic tale of the Bailey family, of George Bailey, portrayed by James Stewart. And he just gets really run down. Just life beats him down over and over again. He's always played the good guy. And as much as he's tried to get out of Bedford Falls and live in a life of adventure, there's always something that pulls him back, and he feels bound by duty, by honor, by integrity to stand by and help his friends. And in the end, it is his friends and family and the community that he helped build that come to his rescue. He gets to learn a lesson about what life would be like if he never existed. He gets to see what Bedford Falls would have become if he hadn't been there to help his friends and family and help build that community. And it really shows that every single person has a part to play, that everyone is important, to make sure that you make use of your time here to really affect people in a positive way. So there you have it. That's my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. I'd love to hear yours. Put your comments down below. Let me know what your favorite movie is. If I'm crazy, if you think I'm nuts, if you think I left out the movie like Bad Santa or Die Hard or anything like that that you think is a Christmas movie that I should have included on my top 5 list, leave it in the comments below. I've probably seen it, but if I haven't, I'll give it a look. Stay tuned, because next time I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite Christmas movies that have nothing to do with Christmas. So that the only real connection that they have to Christmas is the fact that they happened at Christmas time. So I want you to tune in. Let me know in the meantime what you think your top 5 non-Christmas movies are, and maybe I'll have a look and include them in my list. But until next time, if you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're following along on Facebook, make sure you make friends. Reach out, leave your comments below. Let me know what your favorite movies are, what you love about the holiday seasons, whether it's Christmas or Easter, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Passover, you name it. If whatever you love about the holidays, share it below. Let me know the amazing things that you're up to this year. And until next time, as always, I'll talk to you soon, and bye for now.